good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are spinning around on this. You spin me right round, baby, right round on this world, baby, right round, round, round. My name's Jade. This is How to App on iOS. We're going to play with some SWAM Brass instruments. Howdy dowdy diddly do. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing well myself. Kind of sort of thingo-majigo. Yeah. Hey, if you're watching over there on Facebook, I don't know what you're doing. You must be crazy. You can come over here to youtube.com/JadeStarr and join the community chat where everyone's friendly, everyone's smiling, everyone's gay. Maybe not gay. I don't know. I don't know all your secrets. Or you can jump over to the our website at howtoappios.com and watch there also within the browser. So, yeah, let's say hello to folks here on YouTube. Hello, Tom Rochelle. Hello, Scott. Hello, Pain again. Hello, Nina. How's it all going today? Hope you're going well. I am kind of pumped for this. So, morning, Ed Zielinski and Gary Hubbs. Welcome to you too. So we are once again looking at their SWAM instruments, and we've got another giveaway today. So now if you are already one of the people who have won something in the previous giveaways, your names are on the list and they have gone off to audio modeling to receive the codes. So once I get them all, everybody will get their codes. This is the way we are doing it this time. Ha! So today is the same deal. At the end of the show, if you leave a comment on this video and let me know what out of the 5 instruments in this pack that you would like to win if you win. So I've got 2 copies to give away, so 2 people will win one of the instruments within this pack of 5 from today. So that is how you enter. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment and let us know. Anyone else who I've missed? SM Borthwick, hello. Imperialism, hello to you too. Welcome aboard. Alrighty, are there any new apps or price drops? I don't know, haven't looked yet. So this mic swap is low price. What else? Harmonic Exciter, so that's from 4 Pockets. It looks like there's not much else here apart from these weird... how do these apps get in here, these prayer audio apps? I don't know. So not much on the price drop scene. Not much at all. There are some new apps coming. There are some cool things I'm going to be looking at this week. That's really cool. So this is the start of the week for me, which is Sunday. So we've got some cool apps we're going to be looking at this week. Remember today, before I get into this today, remember those of you who are patrons, today is in Australia, Sunday Fun Day. Saturday Patreon Day, I don't know, where we jump off here after this show, and about 15 minutes after this show ends kind of thing, we jump on for a few hours with the patrons and do some mastering of your songs. We have a massive load of songs to get through today. There is heaps of people who've sent me songs this week, so it's going to be heaps cool, and I've got a couple of apps that are in beta that we're going to look at, and we're just going to talk shit like we normally do on the Patreon show. So there's a link up the top if you want to become a Patreon from as little as $1 a day. There we go. All the advertising is out of the way. What are we doing today? So let's have a look at the bundles here and bring up this bundle because we're looking at trombones today. We've already looked at the one of the bundles. We do some typing here on my iPad. SWAM Brass. So we already looked at the horns and tubas bundle, and today we are looking at the trombones, and the one after that, so coming up either tomorrow or a couple of days after, I'm not sure, we'll be looking at the trumpets one, but this is the trombones one. So what do you get in this pack? You get an alto trombone, a tenor trombone, a tenor brass trombone, a tenor bass trombone, a bass trombone, a double bass trombone. You get a lot of trombones. You get trombonage coming out the wazoo for this package, this bundle. And so we'll talk about the prices again. Now, these are all on sale for 33% off at the moment, and I know they are expensive, but that's what these shows are about, to see which ones maybe will suit your case, your scenario, because you don't need all of them. That's the thing. I know we want them all, but you don't need all of them. So, this hopefully will help you decide that. So they are currently at $19.99 US each. They will be going up to $29.99 US each. For the bundles, you're looking at $85, I do believe, for the bundles, currently US. And they will be going up to $99 US. So they're currently $15 off for the whole bundle and about $10 off each app. Yeah? So that's the pricing right now. Now, the sale ends on the 22nd of February. So here, that's tomorrow. But it's a couple of days for you guys in the rest of the world who live in the past. Good morning, Brad Example. Good morning, Ed B. Ice water is amazing. Even though it's 8 in the morning here, it is really warm again in Australia. And I know you're all freezing your asses off in the rest of the world. We're all, you know what, even though you're on one side of the world freezing your asses off, and I'm over here sweating my ass off, one thing you can guarantee is we're all something our ass off. The weather's pretty extreme at the moment. Everywhere, no matter if it's hot or cold. Hello, Joe, Synth Widow, good to see you too. Alrighty, so let's jump in. I think we've covered everything, covered the price and all that stuff. First, I'm going to jump in just to a single app, just full screen, so we can show you what's going on. We do have a couple of camera angles today. Hello. Hello. We got this camera angle as well over here. Hello. We got this camera angle here. We got camera angles coming out the wazoo. Alrighty. We'll stick with this one, and we shall open up the alto trombone to kick off, because that's what we have open. Now, I'm going to run through once again, because I don't have a specific expression pedal or anything like that. I've tried to create my own bastardization to create all of the expression needed to make these. Well, not needed. This is the thing, all right? These things sound really incredible without an expression pedal, but with an expression pedal, and setting all of your MIDI sections, you can make these sound even better, right? Hello to Danny Broderick and Paul, welcome aboard as well. So we are here in the Alto Trombone. So if you see that now, I'm just going to run through how I have the MIDI set up so you can get an idea of what is going on. So let's show you. Once again, so this is your main screen here. If you've watched the previous shows, you will have seen this before. And up in the top right hand corner here is a little MIDI button, is where you can map everything. And anything that is this color is being mapped. So you can see all these have been mapped. So all these, the volumes, all these have all been mapped, which is really cool. And I'm going to show you what they are mapped to. So this, we'll get out of here. So I have the flutter tongue down here mapped to this knob on my Arturia Step 37. So when I hold down the key, you can hear the flutter come through. So this key here I have set up to the growl right next to it. So you can hear that growl coming in. And then my next knob over here I have connected to the right, which is you can see the breath noise. So when I turn this up, I'll just turn down my mic so you can hear this. And basically what that simulates is the breath going into your valve. So, all right, so that's you can hear that. In headphones you can hear that really nicely. So I've got those all connected there. I also have, attached to the back of my Arturia, I have a switch, a sustain pedal. So as you can see, when I click that down, you can see the sustain pops up, which says underneath vibrato. So I can hit a key here, and I can click the sustain and keep it going. So we've got a sustain pedal attached as well, yeah? So there's heaps of options already. But down below here, I also have connected my iRig Stomp IO, which has a volume pedal on it. So as you can see, when I'm moving my foot here, you can see up there to the right, you can see the dynamics, the expression moving up and down. Hey Sai, good to see you, welcome aboard. So, and if I use over here, let's just flick to here, we'll go full screen. So if I use the mod wheel here, this gives me vibrato. And pitch over here. God, I've got dirty fingernails. Beautiful. That's what happens when you just roll straight out of bed. You'll have to deal with it. So there you go. So we've got all this expression all set up here. And I can So you have full control over this thing. It's absolutely beautiful sounding. What else do we have built in here as well? Hey, Welton Kinder, hello to you. So let's have a look at the mutes that we have, because I've got a mute control set up on here as well. So if I move my cursor over here and hit one of these arrows, I can add a mute to here. Danny asked, do you have your controllers connected to a powered USB? Yes, I do. No, I don't actually. No. So, no. So what I've got going on, this is just going straight into a non-powered USB hub. You know, it's quite confusing the way I have it set up. I have a powered USB hub right at the back, which then goes into a non-powered USB, which then goes into my iPad. So I have a few things connected. I actually have my Arturia going into my iRig Stomp, and then the iRig Stomp going into a hub, and then the actual sound is coming out of the back for today's show, out of the back of the iRig, because the iRig Stomp IO is a audio interface as well as a MIDI controller and pedal board for guitar, which I'm going to be doing a show on this week because it's an amazing piece of kit. So yeah, I've Frankensteined things together to make it work, to try and show you all of the expression. Okie dokie. So what you can also do is with these mutes, let's flick through them. So I can try, so this is a straight mute. And you see with this second mute here, I can actually control the distance. So see when I turn this knob here. Pretty cool, yeah? So you have total control over the entire instrument. So as I've shown before too, hey dope, welcome to the channel, welcome to the show. By clicking the little MIDI section at the top, we'll go full screen so you can see this. You get here we go. So I'll show you with the mouse. So when you click this little MIDI section up here, you get the MIDI mapping page, and you get a little presets option. So when you click on this, you get all of these different MIDI controllers that you can connect to this. So this is super cool. You know, if you've seen the UE before, the electronic woodwind instrument, so you've got a whole lot of different things that you can connect here. So the EV, a whole lot of these control surfaces that are available these days. So the Seaboard Default, if you haven't seen the show I did last week, you can actually connect this up to Geoshred and use Geoshred to control all of these apps really simply. And so these wind controllers, Yamaha YDS 150, the Touche, so you can use that as well if you have seen those. So you've got a whole lot of different ways to use expression pedals with these, and they've baked all this into each of these apps. It's super cool. So So you have other options with the muting as well. Hello, Lady Rhodaline. And you have a hand mute as well, which you can move as well. So pretty cool, yeah. So the mapping is really incredible. You can really create some amazing sounds where the more you get used to it and play around. And as you guys know, I'm definitely not the most experienced keyboard player in the world, But I just find these apps, just the sounds are absolutely incredible. And as I've said in other shows previously, each of these apps come in under 30 megabytes. So, wow. So if you've got an iPad with not a lot of space, guess what? These won't take up much space at all, which is fantastic. Alrighty, let's open this up. I'll open these up and I'll show you how to map these again. So I'm going to open this up in AUM, and we're going to open up all 5 of the apps that are in this bundle, and we'll just compare the timbres and the sounds that you get, and the octaves, where they begin and where they end. So we shall take this and we shall close that out, because we want to close out as much as we can. Alrighty. Now I have pre-saved a setup to, let's see if I have saved it all correctly. So these are the trombones. Let's load them all up onto the screen. Alrighty, so I'm not sure if they're all mapped, but we can find out. So nothing's mapped at the moment. So let's go ahead and map this first one. So we're back on the alto trombone, the first one that we were looking at just a second ago. So we just need to open this up. We'll make it a little bit bigger for you so you can see what's happening. Alrighty. And we're going to map this out. So again, we click MIDI and we get all these colors here. I want to hit expression, just unassign that. We'll hit learn. And nothing's happening. Why is nothing happening? Well, I'll show you why. Because I don't have my iRig connected now. So I'm moving my pedal on my iRig, and now you can see that expression is connected. So we have now learnt that. Can a trombonist use a mute? It is a good question, isn't it? An octopus can. Hey man, we're living in the digital world, right? You can do anything in the digital world. You can have drums. You can have drum kits that have tom rolls while they're doing a blast beat at the same time. You know, you can make the world's greatest drummer look like an absolute doofus with the world of electronic gear. All right, so let's set another MIDI path here. So we want to add some flutter tongue. So I'm going to click on the flutter tongue and now hit learn. And now I'm going to turn this first knob. And why is that not working? I don't know why that's not working. It should be working. Oh, learn. I've got to hit learn. And it's not letting me learn. What's it saying? Unassign, learn. Oh man. Oh, we love technology here on the show. Fuck me. Let's go full screen, see what's going on. Oh, it could be because of that. There we go. Unassign. Learn. There we go. It's because I had my foot on the pedal. You know, I keep doing that when I'm so not used to like having a constant foot pedal underneath me. I keep thinking I'm in a car and I've constantly got my foot on the brake. Just sitting there, just hovering over the brake. So there you go. We've just MIDI learned this one here. Now we're going to MIDI learn the next one. So the growl. We're going to hit learn. And this is our second knob. Knobs. We love knobs. Let's MIDI learn the breath noise. And hit learn, and the third one. So that's done. And let's go in here and MIDI learn this one, which is the fourth knob here. So now everything is learnt. So as you can see, all those are turning. So down the bottom, we've got the growl turning, we've got the breath, we've got the mute control as well. We've got when I move the vibrato with the mod wheel, and the pitch bend is moving. Plus, we've got our expression pedal moving as well. So they're all set up. How easy was that? Took a minute. Now, the thing is, what I didn't do because I woke up late today is I have to go through and do this with all of them. So we'll just do this nice and quickly. We'll turn that one out, bring this one on, and we'll go through the learning process here. Is it already set? Nope. And it's not going to work because I've got to add my IO to all of them. Learn. There we go. Let's see how fast we can do this. Learn. Knob. Learn. Knob. So we've got 5 of these to quickly get through. Learn. I love teaching electronic gear how to do things. It's just great. So cool. There we go. So that's the next one done. Now we'll bring in this one and turn on the stomp. And we'll do a bit of learning. We'll do a bit of learning. Learning. Get your MIDI learning rawhide. You think I'm on drugs or something. So I hope everyone's had a good weekend while I'm learning all this stuff here. As I said in the beginning of the show, we have some cool apps coming up. We also are doing, once again, our Wart series is back, and we're talking about this week patting yourself on the back, giving yourself credit when you do cool things. Because I think a lot of the time, our little small achievements that we have, we don't give ourselves enough credit for. And I'm not saying you like go out and, spend $1 million. I'm just saying just a simple pat on the back and giving yourself a break, because things aren't always perfect. And I prove that every day on this show, because I am way not perfect. I wouldn't have it any other way. Cool, that's learnt. Let's learn this expression pedal. Boom. There we go. Learn. And we got one more to add here. So this is the double bass. And I'll run through and show you all of the differences between them. So that'll hopefully help you decide, if you're just going to buy one of these, which one is going to have the most range for what you'd like to do, and which one is not going to be the thing that makes you happy. Foot pedal. So now it's not working. Cool. Good times. Love it. And we've got... Okay. I think I've got to activate it, don't I? That would help. That would really help. Learn. Unlearn. Learn. Did I say how hot it is in here today? Like every morning? Man, it is hot. Here is our flutter tongue. Here is our growl. Breath noise. And we are all done. All of these. So there you see how easy it was. What would it take? About 2 minutes there just to set up across 5 different instruments. So all good. Hey Pete, thanks for dropping in from your lovely holiday. God, man, that background looks so good today. I was so jealous waking up to my stinking hot room. Very jealous. Very, very jealous. Alrighty, let's have a listen to this alto trombone. So I'm going to drop. So this is set in the middle of your octaves. So this is on my keyboard is right dead in the middle. Now if I drop down an octave, let's see what key. So there's your bottom note. Right there. Let's find the highest note. Let's go to the middle and alright, so this is your alto, and there's your highest note. Let's pop that out, and we're going to bring in now the tenor trombone. So we had the alto, now we're on the tenor trombone. Take off this growl. And there's your highest note there. So what's that, about just under an octave, I think? That's four semitones, I think, with my calculations. So you've got a 4 semitone difference there between those two with that high note. Okay, so that's normally about the difference between these. So about 4 semitones. Let's go back to this one. There you go. All good. So let's bring this back to the middle. So immediately you can hear the difference between the alto and the tenor trombone. All right, let's have a listen to the tenor bass trombone. Give it some. So you can hear there's a real difference in the timbre there as well. So there's a real deeper kind of gravel to it. Let's once again. There's your lowest note on the tenor bass. And here is your lowest note on the on the tenor trombone. Okay, so there's clear differences between all of these actual instruments. All right, so that was the tenor bass compared to the that was the tenor bass compared to the tenor compared to the alto so far. This one is the bass trombone. I do believe we probably have a yep. So again, a completely different timbre than the other instruments if you listen, just skipping back and forward. We'll give it a bit of expression. let's see. So we're not in the middle here. So how low does this go? Pretty damn low for this this bass trombone. Hello Doug, how are you? Anyone else I've missed? Hello Ross. Ulrich, hello to you. So there you go. There's some pretty... Has Sasha as well. Let's compare that to the tenor bass trombone. As you can see, we're hitting the same note. Cool. Let's listen to the double bass trombone. And we'll give it a compare once again. Hey, Rezvan, welcome to the chat as well. So what we have here, let's bring this down. Let's take this all the way up. Let's hear the highest note of this double bass. To the bass trombone. So we've got the same, exactly the same. So you're going to get a very different timbre in here as well, as you can hear between them. Yeah. Alrighty. So, so they all have their differences. There, a couple of them are like about 4 semitones difference in the either end of the low end of the scale and the high end of the scale. But that should give you an overview of these instruments. I'm just going to throw on just for fun, just on one of them maybe, just for let's do this one. Just to hear how great these sound. I did a live show for the 200th show the other day, and was running a bunch of drones in the background and Pete Johns' Anxiety with a bunch of what I have Velvet Machine and some other things running on it to reverse it all up and make it interesting. And I was actually only just using the trumpet by itself and without any effects, and it just sounded amazing. I just couldn't believe how good it sounded. So I'm just going to bring in what I call the Magic app. Exactly right, what Doug has just written here. So it's just amazing that these synths and not samples, audio modeling have just done an amazing job at creating these. I mean, and with these expression pedals, you can just take these things to an absolutely crazy place. And I don't know if you have, just to give you an update, I'm just going to bring in another instrument here. Let's get rid of this one. We'll go back to the Alto. So I did read that Audio Modeling have announced their roadmap for the next betas that are happening too. So I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, they're doing a bunch of strings next. So it looks like they're doing strings for the next batch of apps that are coming out here on iOS. It's going to be incredible. Like, these guys have nailed these sounds. And again, I'm just going to repeat it. I know it's boring, but these things come under 30 megabytes each app. It's just unheard of. Especially as somebody, look, I still love my iSymphonic. It's not dis iSymphonic. But that thing takes up like many gigabytes. With all the samples and everything I have installed on my iPad, it takes up many gigabytes. These things take up 30 meg. It is just ridiculous. Yeah, blown away. So let's just add Black Hole in here. I won't waffle on too much today because I've already done 2 shows on this. So you can go back and watch the one using Geoshred, and you can watch the last one I did too. We've got one more to come. Blown away by these sounds. And notice we didn't have like the iPad freaking out like the last episode, so I'll address this again. Last week, the way I had everything set up going into my iPad was the reason we were getting the DSP sitting up here. It was overclocking and it was freaking out and overheating. It's just the way I had my controller set up. We had two interfaces clashing with each other and it was causing problems. So if you did watch the show last week and got a bit worried thinking, hang on a minute, there's only 5 instances of these running, and it's causing craziness, the DSP. So as you can see here, the DSP is sitting around 60. And, you know, we got one instance of black hole. And these are all, like, you know, 5 different instruments all running at the same time. Plus, taking into account, it's very hot in my room. Very hot. It is currently 29 degrees Celsius in here. So it's really hot. Everything is just... So you've got to take into account my poor old iPad. Heats up during summer like this, so it is a struggle. But there you go. Look, that's another look at the Trombones Bundle. So as you can see, there's plenty of goodness in there. Plenty to consider if you're going to buy these. Which one do you get? Do you go for the bundle? The next show we will be doing will be looking at the other bundle that is available, which is the trumpets. So we'll show you that before we do go. What are we? SWAM Brass. SWAM Brass. And it is the trumpets bundle. You get a trumpet in C, a piccolo trumpet, a flugelhorn, and a flugelhorn in E. So we'll be looking at those. If you would like to go back and look at the past 2 episodes I've done on these, they are in a playlist called SWAM Instruments on the channel. All 3 of these videos will be in that playlist once this one goes off the air. So you can go through them all and have a look-see and see what floats your boat. Because remember, we all float down here. Yeah. All right. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out today. Remember, if you do want a chance to win, 2 winners can choose any one of the 5 from this bundle that we looked at today. So any one of these trombones, just leave a comment, like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments which one of these you would like to win, and then we'll do the draw. And those of you who've already won on the previous shows, just give me some time. We're just collating all the names together so we can put them all into a spreadsheet and then give them all out at once. So don't panic. And I just want to clarify, if you've already won a copy of one of these, please don't enter. Try and give, and I know it sounds nasty, but try and give everybody within our community here, our warts, an opportunity to win a copy, all right? Because they are a bit pricey and not everybody has money coming out the wazoo. So if you've already won one, please give somebody else a chance. It would make me super happy. Alrighty, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the show. To my Patreons, we are going to jump in and have our Patreon weekend show in about, I don't know, I think it's about 20 minutes time, a bit over 20 minutes time. And we've got about 8 songs to master today. So got lots to talk about. We've got some beta apps to look at and all that kind of jazz. I hope you have a really fantastic day. I've got lots of cool stuff coming up this week, so stay tuned to the channel. Thank you, as always, for all your support. I love you lots. I love you all. And have a great one, as Doug would say, as he's here in the chat. And I'm going to use his patent here. Ta-ta.